Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Incompetent Nerds. I'm your host, Tank the Freaking Rinkin. We got Mark here. I just lost my nickname for you in this episode. I tried.
You
And
use it on yourself.
last time I checked, you're not Rican, so we move forward. I tried to figure out something with Italian. That didn't work.
Hey, I'm half Puerto Rican and my titi's Italian too, so that's crazy.
And that gentleman, that smooth talking voice you hear, ladies and gentlemen, is none other than my homie, Phenomenal. How's it going, bro?
What's up? What's happening? What's happening? Man, I've been good, man. I've been blessed. Thank God,
Oh yeah.
That's stress, as I always say.
That's right.
Oh man, it's good to have you on this episode.
Yeah, hey man, thank you for having me. I'm a big firm believer in anything and everything that Tank has been doing, so I like that. I'm with it. You already know what it is.
Oh yeah, I appreciate the support too, man. It's been
Always.
great. Yeah. Me and Mark here have kind of like rebranded the episodes, and we rebranded the show, and we've been just doing a lot of amazing things. So
This is good. I like the title. The title of this show?
Oh, incompetent nerds, yeah, because we're very incompetent.
We're very
I'm the same way. I'm the same way. So this is perfect. Believe me. It's funny that we're talking about this in the title. That literally defines my whole personality.
Nice.
You know what? The more people we talk to, the more people are like, I don't care about like whatever you do, but like you hit it out of the park with the title.
Yep. That's because it helps us think more. We get more in tune with what's really going on in our minds.
Oh yeah.
Incompetent nerds,
For sure.
Oh yeah.
All right, should we just unpack this? Dive right into
let's
the
do it.
questions?
Let's dive right in.
Let's
All right.
do it.
So before we get into the deeper of the questions and stuff, just want to go ahead and give out me and Phenomenal been knowing each other for years. We've been back when he used to do his Cat Williams voice. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
His little.
That's very true.
That's how me and you became real cool friends in the beginning.
Yeah, man. It was. I was a lot more open-hearted. I mean, I'm still an open-hearted kind of guy. Just I went through a lot of trials and tribulations, which made me
made you who you are
who I
today.
am. Yeah, I could get deeper with that, but yeah, it's made me who I am today. Exactly.
Oh yeah, I feel the same way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we've been knowing each other for a long time. We went to the same church. We hung out with the same crew, and it was funny because we actually never hung out or anything like that but we found out that the people we hung out with and the people we knew.
Remember the video game store?
Oh my God, yes.
Come on now. That's where
we could have walked out
man.
We could have walked out that place with like a few games,
all
because you were just making old girl in the front just die laughing.
Yeah. I think I was trying to sell my CD or some shit.
Yeah.
That sounds like something I would do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
I'm huge on video games. Huge. I'm more of like a devil may cry kind of guy. Hey, there you go. That dope. Hey.
Yep.
I can't be mad at that.
So let's go ahead and dive into the questions.
Let's do it.
All right. So, Phenom,
Yes, sir.
what was your drive for your craft in terms of hip hop and lyricism?
Whoa.
What?
Hold on, Phenom. Who
Yeah.
are you? What do you do? Like, what's your background? Like, what's your dream? Let's start there, so everybody has a background.
Okay.
Well, my background is I am a father for one.
Okay.
So I live to inspire another person. As a background as today, I'm an insurance agent for property and casualty. So I do, I'm very busy with that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I've been going to a lot of Muay Thai and Kung Fu classes for the past 5 years now. And yeah, just where I'm at today as I am 30. That means, but I grew up different. I'm not like, I didn't grow up with a family and nothing like that. So I'm not your normal person, so to speak. I'm a very rugged guy. I'm a very, just imagine Wolverine. in a like half black and half Puerto Rican body. So that's me. That's more so me. I find my enjoyment in like other things besides. I'm not. My background is it goes very deep, man. I come from being homeless. That's part of the reason why I went to Faith World so they could shelter me.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm something else, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really am. Yep. But yeah, that's part of the reason why I guess I chose that name, Phenomenal. But I actually been had it from when I was younger. I was in wrestling. I was doing wrestling in high school for like say all 4 years basically, and I think it was like one of our guys were out sick, and they wanted me to wrestle. He had 2 matches, I had 1, and I wrestled all 3 of those matches, and then I won all 3 of them. And this guy's just phenomenal. I just kept hearing phenomenal. I'm like, what the fuck? All right. And then I love rapping. Yeah, and I've always loved rapping. So when I moved to Chicago when I was 17. That was the year I graduated in 2006. And then I came straight to Chicago with the Dollar and the Dream. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York, but I came here. My dad's side of the family is from Humble Park.
Yeah.
Humble Park.
Yeah, so in Logan Square, especially in Logan Square, my dad's side of the family, which he's Puerto Rican, obviously, and my mother is Cherokee and Haitian. But obviously, I grew up with my mother because that's my whole purpose of me living in New York and all of those great things. But my mother, she's very spiritual. I love her to death. She is the main reason why I am the way I am today. We didn't have much, but she had a lot of mental knowledge to give me, and that's what mattered to me most, than money.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So had to move out of there because Section 8 in New York, after over the age of 17, unfortunately, they bumped the rent up $1,200. So
is it based on like per person?
Yeah. Per adult, basically.
Per adult, yeah. Oh man.
So I had to figure it out, and she was like, just go to Chicago. My mom's still up there, which is my grandmother. So I just took a Greyhound one way, and come to find out that was I didn't know I was going into hell. I ain't gonna stunt, because it was like my grandmother didn't end up letting me live with her. She was like, "Oh, you're a grown man. I don't remember you like that. You can't," which made sense. And then I went to my grandfather, which is my abuelo on my dad's side. He's like, "Oh no, you can only stay here a few weeks, but we don't got enough room." And I'm just like scrambling, because that's all I really knew was them. And then they couldn't even help me. So it was like, all right, well.
So have you've been fighting your whole life, but like, did your family just say like sorry, we don't have room because like they're fine too, or like was it more of like a culture of saying, oh, like you're grown ass man, like figure it out kind of thing?
It was more of a financial basis.
Yeah,
we can't afford an extra $1,200 on top of a $600 rent that she's been paying since I was a shorty. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, and it wasn't due because my mom didn't have a job. She was working. My mom's a psychiatrist. She's got a bachelor's degree in it. Now she's going for a master's. Wow. But yeah, oh man, dude, she taught her kids chess. I'm a chess player, man, big time. So, to make a long story short, that's the main reason why I chose rapping. I'm telling you guys right now, I appreciate this interview. I'm going to make it happen.
Yeah.
I want you guys to remember this, because when I say I'm going to make it in this music industry, I mean it, because now the portal is open, if you know where I'm coming from, where a lot of people are not really paying attention to mumble rappers, all that stupid shit. I mean, it was, it's cool for the clubs, party. I'm not taking it, I'm not trying to bash it or nothing like that.
Oh, I have. You know, my previous episodes, I have. But
I'm sure. You know what? Hey, it's to each his own. To each his own.
Yeah.
it's all in how people feel. Because remember, back in the day, back in what the 1800s, we were tribal. We were mumbling. A lot of people fail to realize that, like, us as tribes, even as Italians, you go in Italy. You said you're 100% Italian.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's dope. I got a Sicilian auntie. So I know Sicily and Italian and Italy is obviously on two opposite sides, which is dope.
Right.
But nonetheless, I've been to Italy. In Italy, they are like very strong in Rome. I'm talking like y'all gladiatorish. I couldn't get the word out, but that's dope because, man, everything's a yin yang, man. Everything has a good and something. Everything has a bad and good.
Yeah.
And a lot of that's really what it is. That's what's gonna happen. And I'm gonna make it, honestly. Like, my talent, I'm telling y'all, I promise. I know I'm gonna do. I've been doing this since I was 7 years old. A lot of people just don't know me because, I kept bouncing around everywhere. Like, how can somebody know me?
Yeah.
Right. How can somebody be a master at something when they've always been like so like nomadic? But I think that's like negative, like people, like, just because you haven't had something stable in your life doesn't mean like you can't excel at anything.
Exactly.
I don't believe that at all.
I don't either. I just believe that, God gave me the talent that I have. I believe that we all have our inner gods, and we just need to go find it and do it, and that's it.
Yeah.
A
lot of people fail to realize that, man.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Whenever you're ready for the questions.
Dude, you already hit like 4 of them out of them.
Yes. You
knocked
out 4 of them out the park. So
yeah.
We'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and ask. That was pretty amazing though. You just literally knocked 4 questions. I was like, oh, okay, this was easy.
Hey, George, right. I'm telling you, man, Tank, you picked somebody that you know what it is.
I know, bro. I'm
gonna say George, man, because at the end of the day, man, you real. We real, man. You feel me? Tank, the freaking Puerto Rican. Look, we know, we get it, but I'm gonna be 100. Like, man, you met. I appreciate you, man. I really do. I've always had.
Yeah. We always, me and you always been like had the same mindset of everything. I didn't go through the same struggles that you, but in terms of the mindsets, we both had that same in terms of thinking about how to make it in life, how to turn things around for ourselves, and no matter what, our struggles were different.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, it was always about
like mine.
How to be better.
Struggle means nothing.
Like mine.
Yeah.
Struggle means nothing. Just because my circumstances became, it all depends on how we think.
Yeah.
And if we're on the same wavelength of thinking, man, it's over with. We can do unimaginable things with that.
Yeah.
But, a lot of people don't see that though. And it's not just, rest in peace Nipsey, but it's not just Nipsey.
Yeah.
That's on this earth that's been doing. George, you know me, man. I've been like this since I was born.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just now a lot of people are acknowledging us because rest in peace Nipsey. It took him to acknowledge people like us. Now, people like me, people like you, Mark, people like Tank. Now we're about to be on this whole summer. Y'all go crazy with this. Like go like, yes, use this as fuel and just blast off because the portal is open,
Yeah, and like even Tank and I talk about like why we've remained friends for so long, because I live in LA. And
nice.
He lives in Chicago, so like we sort of built our friendship on the idea. We just were talking, you just like get to know somebody, but like we've stayed friends, and we've like now we've visited each other both like in Chicago and LA.
Yeah. That's what's up.
We took a vacation together to see our friend get married, but like
for sure,
yeah,
it's just good. We're comfortable around each other because like these conversations like are so natural and they're so easy to have because like I believe that you are made up of the 5 people who you spend your most time around, and your circle of influence, and you know, it's not that most people don't want to do something great, or they're not incapable, or they don't have the ability. It's the people around them, and their world is very limited, and it's very black and white and gray,
Yep.
and
Yep.
they don't want to ever step outside of that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hit it right on the nail. But
Oh,
that's why they got people like us, so we can do something about
Yeah.
that and change that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
Yeah.
right.
hmm Mark, you got to hear my music. You'll like it.
I'm of course.
I got you.
Uh,
Trust me, believe me. I got you, brother.
I was listening to it, and I've been listening to it for some time, especially before this podcast. And
Yeah.
when I was listening to your music, it kind of like it threw me back into in terms of like some rappers from the past, and also on how it was like. Also, you kept it modern as well.
Yes.
I do, no matter what. I
Mixture of
remember,
everything.
yeah, and I do remember when we had that conversation on. Well, not even a conversation. It was just a blast. It was just like a shot at mumble rappers in terms of.
Yeah.
It was that video. Lyrics will always be mumble rappers,
Oh, I remember that. Yep. I remember
and
that.
I remember just posting. I'm like, lyrics always win on top, and I could just see.
Always.
And I could see like some of your friends or whoever was commenting on there. I could tell right away. Some of them are trolls. Some of them could have been serious, and some of them could have been just for the lows. We're just like, oh, Mumble is the best thing ever, and blah blah blah. I was like, I don't
But you
think
know
so,
what?
bro.
You know what? I come to learn that no matter what, we can't knock no one's opinion because I mean, at the end of the day, they live in America just like we do. You feel me? And
yeah.
you know, not to say, don't get me wrong, I don't
Yeah.
I don't like mumble rap, but I can't. You know, we always gotta be empathetic, man. Oh,
Yeah,
the
but you
best way I
can
say
you
it.
can exist. Yeah, of course, you can exist with somebody in the same room who does,
Yeah,
and like
that's the key.
be a decent human being. You know what I mean? Like
That's the exact. Yeah, that's the key. Like, hey, I could like Coronas, and he could like Mickey, you know, Jameson or whatever. And you know, we get along because we respect each other's differences, and it's just that life is better that way, man. We can work, we can build with that, because not everybody's going to like our style. Not everybody is going to like no matter what. We live
Yeah.
in the world where everybody has these different minds, and man, that's the key to opening up your mind more. Trying to get it to the next percentage is not thinking that things are negative. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as good and bad. It's just miserable or happy.
right. So when you put all that into like your writing, what like
Ooh.
influences do you find?
Oh man, you'll hear it, bro. You'll hear it. I say Sade. She's a huge influence of mine. I love that woman to death. A lot of
She is. Sorry, I'm not familiar with the
hip
hip hop
Sade.
community.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no, Sade. She's actually she's an old school man. She's pop.
Okay.
Yeah, this was like back in like the 80s, man. I'd say
Okay.
85. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. Ironically, even though I am a hip hop artist, I'm not fond of hip hop myself. I'm
Okay.
fond of really, really good rappers, yeah. But I do not listen to the radio. I don't watch TV.
Okay.
And yeah, so I'm with you when you say I'm more into like insurance for property and casualty. You know, that I'm into shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless I am a linguist, you know.
Right.
But yeah, Sade, she's old school. She definitely influences me. Big Pun influences me a lot. You'll hear a lot of, oh yeah, man. I'm sorry, big punishment. That's a great influencer. A lot of Eminem. I love Eminem.
Same here.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, can't nobody tell me this man is incredible with his words.
Mm-hmm.
He still is undefeated. Machine Gun Kelly tried to take a rap at him and it didn't work. So I'm telling you, it's something that he's something else, man. And I think Eminem just figured it out. That's what I believe. I believe Eminem he figured out what life is, and he's on the next level of things in his mind. And it's good to see people like that made it like that, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
It really is, man. It's very cultivating, and that's what we need to do or continue to do. You know.
Yeah.
Of course, of course.
Yep, and we gonna be good. Um, but yeah, those are the people that influence my music. You'll hear George. You'll see, man. I got a new video coming like in June, so it's let's just say I'm ready to scorch the summer real nice.
Oh yeah, I've been keeping updates on your in your Facebook and showing that you're back in the
Yep.
studio, you're back, coming out, about to come out, release some new tunes and shit. So I'm really looking
Yes.
forward to it.
This is for us. This music is for us.
Oh yeah,
Now, Mark, this is something that I think you will really like because if you're anything like us, which I'm sure you are,
Hmm.
you're gonna really love like the music that I'm coming out with is for people like us. When's your birthday, Mark?
August 24th.
Oh wow, that's dope. So you're like right there,
Yeah.
Leo Virgo, baby.
Leo Virgo. Oh, dude, no one knows that.
Come
No
on,
one
man.
knows
You're a
that.
cuss. You're a
I'm
cuss.
totally a cuss.
Yeah,
Dude,
I'm a cuss
no
too,
one
man.
has ever known that except you.
Hey,
wow.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm a cusp too, man. My birthday's July 23rd, so I'm like a Cancer Leo kind of guy.
Cancer Leo, yeah.
Yeah, but it's yeah, man. It's this music for what year were you born?
93.
Oh, 93. That's perfect timing. So yeah, like that. You know how everything is and how it was coming up in the 2000s. You seen
Yeah.
it with your own eyes. It was nothing but raw, great hip hop. No matter who it was, it didn't matter where it came from. That's the music I'm making, and I found a new way in staying modern with the music. Crazy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I was saying earlier.
Yeah, it's just that's really all it is. Just find it, just try to get it to be modern as possible, where people will understand, but enough where people like us really can understand.
Yeah,
We'll be
Mhm.
fine.
yeah.
We'll be good.
And what I want to say is, how is it? How do you feel like your style is unique to you?
Oh man, let's just say it's God, man. When I write, it's not really me writing. It's kind of like me, like I'm writing, of course, but like I feel like I drift off, like my spirit drifts off,
Yeah,
and that's what makes it very unique. And you'll hear it, even in like the video I posted on my page, George. Or I'm sorry, can I
it's
say
fine.
George and Tank?
It's fine.
Okay.
It's
Hey,
fine.
for
We're
the
all friends
audience, you feel me? Because I know this is gonna blow up. For the audience, look, Tank is Tank. I've been knowing him as Tank for a long time, so that's definitely his name. All right. um, but yeah, nonetheless, make a long story short, it's yeah, man, that's where I think I'm unique at is my spirit. It just talks.
Yeah.
So when you write and you get into like the zone or whatever you refer to it as,
Yeah.
do you like remember what you end up putting on the page or
I mean, yeah. After a while, when I recite it a couple times, I
okay.
start to, then it kicks in like, oh, because the beat helps me remember too. So
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah, so it kicks in really well. And after a while, when I'm like, oh damn, this song is dope. Oh shit, and I just get used to the words.
Yeah.
And it's over with.
Yeah.
One thing I always wanted to ask was, and when writing, when you're writing your lyrics, do you always tend to have like a beat in your head, or is it when you listen to a certain track, like an instrumental, you write along around that?
I used to write without a beat back in
Okay.
the day. Back when we was coming up, growing up and stuff. I used to write without. And I noticed that when I write without, that no matter what, only I can connect with that song.
Okay.
Now, in order for me to get my music out there to the people, I have to listen to the beat first.
Okay.
Right.
So that way I can connect to them because it's all about the beat,
Yeah.
especially these days. So what I do is I listen to the beat first, and then if I know that beat's not for me, I'll keep going to the next one, and then once I find that beat, I'll just write to it, and boom, it's over with from there.
Yeah.
Do you make them or do you get them from other people? Like how does that work?
I have a producer. His name is Aquan. Quality, and then I have another producer named Trey. I've been working with them for, I'd say, like the last Quality for the last like 9 years, and then Trey for like the last 3. So we're all in like
Okay.
the same, like, group, like clique. I fucks with you, you fucks with me type of people,
Yeah.
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 So they just send you beats, and then you decide like, oh, I like that one or I don't like that one. And,
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Just like that. I mean, hey, they haven't sent me any beats for a minute because I haven't been in the studio, so I understand, but it's hard. It's hard. That's why I'm trying to hurry up and pass this insurance property casualty test so I can fucking keep myself in the studio at least once or twice a week,
Yeah.
Because it's all money in the end. That's what it is. People
Right.
think, people think that, oh man, I gotta make my dreams come true. Like, no, you're already living your dream. What it takes is money. If you were a billionaire, your dreams will come true. That's how we live in America. Is correct.
So
So
if you
Go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead, brother.
So what's your goal beyond making music? If you're content like doing, if you're living your dream now, like what's the blue sky, or what's down
Yeah.
the road?
Oh, down the road is definitely opening up more companies for insurance, for property and casualty, and life and health. My ultimate goal is to make sure that all of our people are good and set for life, not just through music, but through financial wealth, and teaching other people that we can go beyond just hey, I'm getting some dream of singing and rapping, and not understanding that maybe you are meant to be a doctor. Maybe you're meant to be a chiropractor. Like, for me, that's my dream, is to just go beyond what you think is the raw, because that's like level 1 shit, right?
Yeah.
Where we think, that, oh man, limelight, and everybody wants the limelight, but it's like you have to find your limelight, because not everybody can rap, and not everybody can sing or act and be a comedian. So my job is to embrace that and open that up for people. Like, hey, it's okay not to rap. It's fucking okay not to, like, if you want to be an insurance agent, hey, I'm an insurance agent. Like that,
Yeah, exactly.
like, I'm not. Yeah, I'm. That's my goal. My goal is to, like, do it all. There's, a lot. We all say, master. Do everything. You're a master to none. I don't believe that. I believe that that's a made up thing that somebody put on our head. And, like, don't get me wrong. When you want to focus on something, yes, focus on it. Go hard at it.
Right.
But nonetheless, we all have multiple gifts inside of us, and a lot of that's my goal. Is just, don't just focus on one gift. Focus on multiple gifts, because we're beyond what we think we really are, man.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting too, because like this is like such a unique time to like be, I guess, alive, if you want to consider it that. But
Of course, yep.
because we don't see the social norm of like, get a like 9 to 5 work, like house, 2.5 kids, like white picket fence. Like that's
Right.
not the American dream anymore.
No,
The
it's
American
not.
dream is to like, just expand on like who you are, creatively, and like share yourself with the world, and like find different people who like
Yep.
agree with you, and
Yep. The world has
build
changed.
build good things from there. Not like,
Yep.
not just like close yourself off from everything.
Agreed. Because that's the key. We have to keep evolving, since the world is evolving, no matter if we like it or not. We have to find a way to continue to adapt and evolve and grow with what's in, because if not, we will perish
Mm-hmm.
mentally, physically, spiritually, and socially. And I learned that the hard way. Trust me, believe me, believe me. Whew, boy. But it's that's the whole point of being more happier, man, is adapting to what's in, and and accepting it, and finding a new love for it, because how we grew up is obviously a lot different, and that's okay. We just got to find a way to use it towards our ability. Feel me?
Yeah. If there is
Why
something,
rap?
yeah, why rap?
Why rap, right? um, let's say my brother, rest in peace, Jason. He passed away when I was 15 or 16. I think I was 15, and he was 19. And he's the reason why I know so much about rap. You know, he introduced me into Eminem, obviously. Big Pun, Big L. Just so much poetry that he had. He wrote a lot of poetry himself. Um, he used to cut hair, but for the most part, it was always about hip hop. It was always about words and just like,
Yeah.
you know, it's being able to express that energy. The best way to do it is through words, and you know, words are an expression of energy. And I like that. I caught on to that very early at 7 years old. You know,
Yeah.
to how powerful words are. And I've been like this since second grade. I just use words to my advantage, and started after that. I just started playing with them. Started figuring out like, okay, well, I can make something rhyme so much. My mind is already made to be deep. So is yours, Mark, and so is yours, Tank. So that's why we're on Incompetent Nerds, because that's this is God, this is heaven sent right here,
Yeah.
and and that's what it is, man.
With that said, you from a young age getting into poetry, hip hop, lyricism, rap. And this is you personally, and this is personal for you. Do you feel like is it easier or harder to make music than it was 20 years ago?
I feel like it's easier. I feel like I can. I want to come. I'm going for Kendrick's head. I wanna. I don't care about all these other rappers out here. That's not just because I'm not famous. That don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Obviously, for that we know a lot of rappers who are very talented as well that are not famous yet. But that's the whole point of keep going, right?
Yeah.
So it's I want to take back what is ours. I believe I've been doing this just as long as J. Cole.
Yeah.
I've been doing I haven't stopped.
Mm-hmm.
I would think that it was more of a young thing for me,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but it stuck with me like a mutant power. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Right.
But it's easy. I see it and I'm just like, oh wow, these guys are making it so easy for me.
Yeah.
So I kind of look at it that way.
Can you explain like what specifically is making it easy?
The fact that their lack of knowledge is very popular, and when you use lack of knowledge for so long, within the next 5 years, all that power is exhausted. If you understand what I'm saying,
Right.
Rather than being conscious and using that power to make it more like a decades or 2 decades worth, we've had almost or a decade from 2010 to 2020 of lack of knowledge and it became exhausted. And now when you use all that power to just not to just use less words, it takes it really takes away the mobility. When things get played out, they get played out the worst because they've used it for so long. That it's not to say it is bad, because it's not, but when you use that much lack of knowledge for that's a lot of energy to be used, because you're always listening to the beat and you're always jumpy. Yeah. It's a lot of energy,
Right, but it doesn't necessarily make like a brand, or like you can't make 5 albums of that, you know what I mean?
It doesn't stick. Exactly.
Right.
So when something doesn't stick, it falls and it fades. So imagine 5-7 years of just straight mumble rap. It just fades until the women wake up. Not so much as us men. It's the women that are like, okay, yeah, these guys are whack. Once we hear women say that, the whole world is like, oh shit,
Yeah.
And the fact that rest in peace, I say it all the time, rest in peace, Nipsey. The fact that Nipsey's not here opened up a whole new portal of rap because women are like loving his album. And you already know wherever women go, the men follow.
The men
So
follow.
Yeah.
so it's game time. It's game time. Like this shit's played out now.
Well, I'm glad how you just said how you led into that one because it leads into another question of wherever women go, the men follow. What are and how about your shows? When it comes to your shows, what are like the highlights of your shows? Just like you personally.
The highlights of my shows, and as far as me personally, man, it would just be like, I guess it would have to be when I feel the energy from other people.
Yeah.
Because I'm a very energetic person, especially on stage. And the music that I make, it's for people to be energized, but it's for people to be energized in a controlling. I can teach them how to control their energy when I'm on a microphone. It's crazy, but they give me that. They give me that back. It's been a long time. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a year since I performed. It's been a whole year. And that last performance was beautiful. Like, it was at the Forest Theater too. It was back in
Wow.
Yeah, it was New Year's 2017 or 2018 of New Year's.
Yeah.
Shit was crazy. It was crazy. But I mean, that was then. And I don't get too many shows now because I haven't been putting out content.
Yeah.
I mean, I've not enough content where people can be like, damn, whoa, hold on. And the reason for that is because I'm either in position of looking for an investor or I'm in a position of I think that's the only way, honest to God, is getting an investor.
Yeah.
Because I know I can get this shit going. This shit is easy. And I see my mission. And it's obvious if I have an investor that we will be gone. We'll fly to the roof. No questions asked, man. Like, the image, I have it. I'm ready more than ever. Like, this shit's crazy.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain, but I can do it. I know I can.
So is it more important to put your music out and create content, or like make your brand, I guess?
Honestly, I think it's more important to put the music out.
Okay.
The brand, I'm not really worried so much about. I think the brand is going to make itself, which is beautiful. My job is to just get it out there and be myself. I've mastered myself mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. So the energy I put out will definitely be me, for sure.
Yeah, I love that. So why? So follow-up question: why should people listen to you over somebody else? Or yeah,
that's a great question. They don't. Honestly, my answer to that would be they don't have to.
I like that answer.
Yeah, they don't have to. I'm not nobody special out here, man. I'm just a guy who loves to freaking put words together, and I pray to God that I touch your heart, because I can also sing as well. So it's like, it's not just I'm a double hitter,
Yeah.
Right.
And this was before the auto-tune. So it's like, yeah. So that's what got, like, I toured with Machine Gun Kelly. He knows me. Him and his manager.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got pictures and everything. Remember when they did the Lace Up tour, Tank, at the Congress Theater?
Yeah.
That's when I got booked for that show back in 2013. And from there, they liked how I moved the crowd. And he was like, yeah, you want to just go on tour with us? I'm like, hell yeah. And then I had a manager at that time. Her name was Britt LeBron. She was like, yeah, I'm for it. And obviously, she was also like, doing the times like, yeah, we got to be here and be there at that time. But I was touring with him for like a good 3-4 months.
Nice.
It was pretty decent. But he kept going. And, I had a son, and I had to obviously, it sucks when you have no real support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks because I fell, and that's the whole purpose of the word support. I didn't have that. you know, and if I did, I we would have been, I would have still been talking, I'd have still been talking about, like, in this interview, but this interview would have blown up within the same day because I had the support to keep going. I was never gonna change.
Yeah.
I'm gonna always be down to earth. You know, I don't care about the fame. I don't care about that shit.
It wasn't meant for you. You're
It wasn't meant.
meant
Yeah.
to take a different path. That's all.
Yeah. Yep. And it's not just like, I think it was that time. You said it exactly right, because music has changed now, where we have Snow the Products, we have Logics, we have JIDs, we have Bosses, and we have these artists that are making a wave. Like, I see it, and that's the wave that I'm jumping on. And I did a song with this guy named Juno, and Juno has a big fan base, huge, and he's not signed to no record label.
Mm-hmm.
And I just did a song with him about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he wants to shoot a video to it. So when I have those kinds of fans, as you said, Mark, you're right. That wasn't my path at that time.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and now this is amazing how God works. Now that it is the time for me to jump, would be the best time, because now the women, not us men, the women are woke, which are waking us men up. Like, hey, come on, we gotta do something. You know, us quote unquote us humans, we gotta get up, because if not, we're gonna fucking die. So come on, wake up. You know. So that's what's happening.
So a lot of people like do the what if thing, but if you're exactly where you want to be, we'll say this, like, if there was something you would do differently, what would it be? But I don't like that question, so I'm just gonna say, if you were giving advice to you 5 years ago, what would you say to yourself?
Don't have no babies. But you said 5 years ago, so my son was already 1. But I would tell myself, hurry up and jump on insurance. Take that class, get those licenses, and start closing these deals, so you can propel your music career then, rather than having nothing under your belt. Because it's stupid to not have anything under your belt. I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no matter where we go, like this right here, this amazing interview, you know, that we're doing, like, what we still have our careers. You know,
yeah.
You know, we and that is what's gonna really stick. You know, that value is what's gonna really stick. And this right here, this is what we love to do. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have to use our careers. We gotta put that extra batch on our belt and use that and propel to a whole different level.
Yeah.
Basically an acceleration. You know? Yeah.
Yeah. I like that acceleration.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. And this is last question for now. If there's one thing you want people to take away after meeting you, or even speaking to, or like this,
or listening,
what is the thing you want people to take away from this? Just in terms of who you are, and what would that be?
I like that. I found my inner God, and I found a way to love myself, and I found power. And that power is take accountability for everything you do.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what, if we open that door, no matter which path we take, that what comes out that door, we can't complain. We just have to show that we have way more power, and staying quiet and just keep it moving. And yeah, I found myself, man. It's crazy. I've been through some phases, Tank. Yeah. I've been through some phases, man. No bullshit, but I I see what Bruce Lee was talking about. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just real, man. And like I said earlier, me training, for these classes is it's amazing, man. It's amazing, y'all. No bullshit.
I definitely feel all those things after this conversation.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you. Hey, George, I'm gonna send you some links so you can show Mark too. I wanna,
Yeah,
Oh,
no, of
definitely.
you
course.
know,
No, but would please speak to our audience. Where can they find you?
yes,
Anything
find
coming
me.
up? Whatever.
Nothing coming up yet. I do have a video coming out in June, which is gonna be
Okay.
amazing. It's coming out with Juno. It's called damn, I forgot what it was called. I think it was called I forgot the song. Yeah, and it's a great song. I just forgot the title of it.
Yeah.
But it's a dope song coming out with Juno. I'll make sure you guys check it out. Um, and literally just like love yours. Like, hey, J. Cole hit it right on the nail, and understand that we all have powers, we all have gifts, and use it to the best of your ability.
Yeah.
And be patient. Patient is fun. It's you find all these little good things about yourself. Be patient.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Patience is key. So I tell my girl all that. I tell my girl that all the time. Patience is key, and she just like, well, I don't have the fucking keys then.
Hey, that's true. It could be true. Tell her patience is power.
There you go.
That's it.
I'll
That's it.
use that next time and see what happens. I might get a choke slam.
Hey, that's a choke slam you're gonna have to take though, brother. Take that accountability.
Oh yeah. Oh man. But where can they
Well,
find you?
wait.
Facebook,
Yeah, yeah.
YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, things like that. Where can they find you?
Find me at De Juan Manuel on Facebook. Find me at I wouldn't say YouTube. Nah, not so much as YouTube, but Instagram. Find me on Dewan is me, or I have another one which is called the One and Only, the Juan and Only, which is my new name, by the way, that I'm using for my stage name. So yeah, the One and Only, baby. That's what it is.
Oh, I love
That's
that
it.
one. That sounds. This is.
It's like a new upgraded version from Phenomenal, right?
Yeah.
The One and Only, because
The
it's
One
like,
and Only.
and it's my real name.
Yeah.
My real name is Dewan. So hey, there you go.
There you go. I'll
I
definitely.
also like Phenomenal though. It's got some character.
It does. It does. I built it up a lot, man. Honestly, but it's the best way to go out is to give them yourself.
Of course.
That's the best. That's how I did it. And I appreciate you guys, by the way.
It's no biggie, man. I'm glad to have you on the show.
All right. I'll talk to you. I'm gonna send you some links, Tank. Okay.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right, brother.
All right,
Take care, man.
You have a good one.
Take care. You too.
Peace.
Bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. I'll make sure I add all the links below in the description. That was Phenomenal, aka the One and Only, which that name actually made me laugh.
Yeah, that's
I was not
hilarious.
when he said the One and Only. I was not expecting that.
So is it DEJU? Is it DEONE? I have no idea. He's gonna have to send it to you, and then I'm gonna have to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna add the links to his Twitter or all his social media accounts. Definitely add that on there. That way, fans get to check him out. They want to see more about Phenomenal, aka the Juan and Only. Oh my god, that was so funny. And I can't get that out of my head. Oh, Phenom, you're a good one, man. Love you, bro. I guess with that said, hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
Whoa.
What now? Come on.
Okay. I went to a yoga class.
Oh shit! Yes, and I posted.
I did my free week of Yoga Works. I'm probably gonna go to a class right now. Actually, it's been awesome, man. I mean, I will say this: Santa Clarita has an older community of yoga people attendees than me, but they've been super awesome classes, man. Thank you for getting me back on the mat. I appreciate it.
No problem.
I have taken yoga before, but it was nice to it's nice to like have a motivation to like go work out or like get up and go do something, you know.
Yeah.
So that's been nice. But it's Wednesday, and you have until Friday for me to see the picture. Did you go out?
No, I haven't.
Ooh, 2 days. You're gonna have to go out on a Thursday night.
Yeah, it's definitely not gonna happen tomorrow, but it's a possibility. I'll be going out either Friday or Saturday for some Korean barbecue.
Korean barbecue. I like that.
Yes. All right. So since this is a new week, and it's my turn to dare you, I was about to close out without even daring you with anything. Wow.
I don't know what the heck.
I'm
gonna be in Italy, by the way, so keep that in mind.
Oh, this is even better. All right. So, shit. I wasn't even thinking about this. My dare to you, sir, while you're in Italy. My dare is to take as many pictures as you can with a random stranger.
Done.
And you know what's so funny? It's not even out of the norm with you, but something tells me about 100 pictures. If you bring me 100 pictures, I have a feeling about 95 of them will be of blondes.
Oh, 100%. And 50% of that is to piss Lakin off. But after the 40th one, she's probably gonna be on board and start getting in the pictures anyway.
Oh yeah, and watch her start taking pictures with nothing but blonde men and see how that grows.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be
hilarious.
All's fair in love and war, right?
Yep.
All right, guys. That was one of our first guests on a new show. We hope you enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
You know where to find us, but any comments, questions, maybe you want to be on the show, email us.
Let us know.
We will get back to you. Yeah. It's so April is our artist month, so we're going to have more artists coming up. But yeah, thank you for listening, guys. We appreciate it. And this has been Incompetent Nerds.